Hello students, I hope all of you and your family members are keeping well. I wish you a very healthy life and feel that all of you are taking care of your elders. Because there is nothing precious than good health. It is said that to keep the body in good health is a duty. Otherwise, we shall not be able to keep our minds strong and clear. So do not let illness make you realize the value of health. So dear students, I would like to wish you a very pleasant morning and welcome you all to today's class of English. In today's class, we will know about the term voice, which is a very important topic in English grammar, and it will help you in your higher classes also. So let us know what a voice is. The form of a verb that shows the connection between the action and the participants in the action, that is the subject or the object, is called voice. We know that in a meaningful sentence, there is a subject, a verb and an object. So the subject and the object is very important in certain kind of certain terms of grammar, that is reported speech, voice, etc. So in this topic, voice, the subject and the object both are very important. There are basically two kinds of a voice: active voice and passive voice. The verb that expresses that the action is carried out by the subject is said to be in the active voice. The examples are: he reads a book, Shirin bought a house. In the case of active voice, subject is very important, and the verb that expresses which is done to the subject is said to be in the passive voice. Here in the example of passive voice, we have turned the sentences which were the example of active voice into passive voice. So the passive voice of he reads a book will be a book is read by him, and the passive voice for Shirin bought a house will be a house was bought by Shirin. Now let us go through the rules of how to change an active voice to passive voice. Here you could see on page number 123 of your grammar book, that is Grammar Right, changes of verb are mentioned here in the column. That is, when a sentence is changed into a passive voice, the verb in the sentence also change. The very important thing about a passive voice is that no matters which tense is mentioned in the active voice, in the passive voice, the verb will be always in the third form. Whether the tense of the active voice is simple tense, perfect tense, continuous tense, the verb will be always used in a passive voice in the form of perfect tense, the third form of verb. So there are some important things mentioned here, that is, verbs in the simple present tense change to am, is, are plus past participle. Past participle means third form of the verb. Like if you say go, went, gone. Go is V1, went is V2 and gone is V3. This V3 is also called as past participle. So as per this rule, the example is given: the boy cleans the room, and the passive voice will be, since cleans is the simple present tense, so here the sentence will also be in simple present, like the room is cleaned by the boy. Here in the case of passive voice, the subject of the active voice will take the place of the object, and the object will take the place of subject without disturbing the tense and the meaning of the sentence. And as you can see, I have told that the verb form will be always in the third form, that is cleaned is used here, although the sentence is in simple present. The second rule is verbs in the present continuous tense change to am, is, are plus being plus participle. As you can see, past participle is used everywhere. So let us talk about present continuous tense. The example is the teacher is explaining the concept to us. The passive voice will be we are being explained the concept by the teacher. Here being is used to balance the ing verb that is explaining here, because we are going to use the third form of the verb explained here. So ing's place has been taken by being. Third rule is verbs in the present perfect tense change to has or have, then been plus past participle. As for continuous tense, we are using being, B-E-I-N-G. For perfect tense, we should use been, B-E-E-N, but along with the usage of has or have. The example is the class has taken the unit test today. Here the unit test has been taken. Has been used here. Since we have to use the third form of the verb, that is perfect tense V3, BWN been is used here. Because we cannot say here the class has taken the unit test today. We cannot say the unit test has taken the class today, because then the meaning of the sentence will be different and it will not suit. Fourth rule is verbs in the simple past tense change to was or were and past participle. As we have done in the first one, it is used is, am, are. Here it will be was, were. The rest of the things are as it is. The girl bought a black dress for her birthday. The passive voice will be a black dress was brought by the girl for her birthday. Only was is used and V3. Verbs in the past continuous tense change to was or were, being and past participle. Similarly, like present continuous, there is, am, are was used. Here was, were will be used, and being and V3. Father was feeding the cat was being fed by father. Fed is the third form of the verb. Verbs in the past perfect tense change to had, been plus past participle. As in present participle, has or have was used and then been and V3. In past participle, in the case of passive voice, had been will be used and past participle will be used. Here in the example, the company had arranged an annual party for its employees. So an annual party had been arranged by the company for its employees. It will be had been and then the V3 arranged. Verbs in the simple future tense change to will or shall plus be plus past participle. If will or shall will be there. My uncle will take me to bird sanctuary. I will be taken to the bird sanctuary by my uncle. Will be taken will be there. Okay. So these are the basic rules for how to change an active voice to a passive voice. One more thing you have to take care of. Suppose when we are writing, when we are turning or changing an active voice to passive voice, we have to take care of the subject which we are using in the passive voice, because we have learned that we use the object as subject in passive voice. So suppose as here in the second example you see, the teacher is explaining the concept to us. Here the teacher is singular and us is plural, but when we have written here we, so here we will not write we is, it will be we are now, because we is the plural. I hope that you have got it. Similarly here although had will be the word had, verb had will be common with all. There are some more things written here in this column also. It has been told that how to change the pronouns. That I ate the cake. The cake was eaten by me. I will become me now. In second one, you ate the cake. The cake was eaten by you because you is common. He or she ate the cake. The cake was eaten by him or her. We ate the cake will be the cake was eaten by us. We will not write the cake was eaten by we. It will be us. They ate the cake will be the cake was eaten by them. You know all these things, but still, rules of using the correct voice. We usually use the active voice when we speak and write. Like the teacher gave us a quick quiz. We use the passive voice when the action is more important than the doer of the action. Okay. So here English is spoken all over the world. Here the speaker's name is not written. Okay. So here we have not written English is spoken by everyone all over the world. Everyone is hidden here. Okay. In some of the cases which is not mentioned in your book, there are some words like people, they, everyone, such kind of words where we are not mentioning the doer's name. We use passive voice when we want to emphasize the receiver of the action. The village was destroyed by the cyclone. Okay. We can write also the cyclone destroyed the village. We use the passive voice when we do not know the doer of the action. As I was telling you just now, my wallet was stolen. Sometimes people write someone has stolen my wallet. Here someone, somebody. This is a confusing sentence. Like we are just guessing. We don't know the exact person's name. So in that case, we may not use the doer's name. As it is written, my wallet was stolen instead of my wallet was stolen by someone. So these are the basic rules. I hope that this much explanation will help you. Here, some more things are there which could be a help to you. When modal verbs are there, modal verbs can, may and must will have the base form of the verb. Here you can see a tsunami may hit the coast tomorrow. A tsunami may be hit. It will be may and then be. An elephant can drink 210 liters of water each day. 210 liters of water can be drunk. In these cases, be will be used with the modal verbs. We must finish the homework this evening. The homework must be finished. So with the modal verbs can, must, may, could, would, all these cases, if these words are there in the active voice, we will use be after them and the third form of verb. There are some more things. When the sentences are in imperative form, like to change an imperative sentence from the active to passives, start the sentence with let and use be and the past participle. Past participle will be definitely there in all the cases, like shut the door. Let the door be shut. Serve the dessert in these bowls. Dessert means sweet dish. Let the dessert be served in this bowl. Yes, in the first case, let the door be shut. It is shut because shut is the same in all the forms. Shut, shut, shut in all the three forms. But in the second case, served is used because serve, served, served. And the third form of the word as serve it is served. S-E-R-V-E-D. So let the dessert be served in these bowls in the imperative sentences when somebody is ordering or instructing you. Negative sentences we use not and be plus past participle in the same kind of sentences when negative things are used. Do not eat stale food. Let stale food not be eaten. Okay, not to be eaten. So again here, fold the sheets and put them in the cupboard. When two kind of sentences are joined with and. So let the sheets be folded and put in the cupboard. Both the cases, the verb will be in third form only. Like make the sandwich, cut them and wrap them in paper. Three three parts are there in this sentence. Let the sandwiches be made. Cut. Cut is also cut in the third form also. Let the sandwiches be made, cut and wrapped in paper. So these are the things about an active and passive voice. I've solved the exercises for you. So go through them. First to try your own, and then you tell your answers every time I say this. Exercise of the first exercise of this chapter, that is, let's link it. Exercise A, try your own. And one exercise is there of let's perfect it. The exercise D, change the voice in the sentences below inappropriate. This exercise is a bit complicated, and you may be confused during exam, and it's not that much important. So we have decided to remove this exercise. So don't go through this exercise. Rest of the exercises I have solved for you. Here one exercise is there. This you should try yourself. Let's perfect it. A, underline the verbs in the sentences and write whether it is active voice or passive voice. The best way to know a passive voice, there will be a by in most of the cases, and third form of verb will be there. That will be the best way to know this. And active and passive voice, it's not a new thing for you. You have already done in your previous class also. So dear students, I hope that you have understood this chapter. So go through the chapter, go through the video again and again if you want the explanation, if you want to know the rules and regulations. Some of the rules and regulations are given, most of them are given in your book. So go through them for your help. Try to do the exercises by your own. See whether you can do it yourself or not by going through the video and going through the rules and regulations, and then you tally your answers with a PDF which I'll send to you in the campus care. So I'm going to wind up today. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Thank you.